Which party is it? I'm Jeff Stein with today's Iowa Politics Report. Republicans are eagerly looking to this fall's general election. It's a federal midterm, and with only a couple of modern-era exceptions, the party in the White House loses seats in both the U.S. House and Senate in the midterm. Given the deadlock in the Senate and the barest of majorities in the House for Democrats, the GOP can be forgiven, I guess, if some are measuring for new draperies in the leadership offices. But not so fast. Which Republican Party will show up in the event there is a congressional power shift? And what happens if both do? Politico considered the topic yesterday in light of the Republican National Committee censoring the two Republican representatives serving on Speaker Pelosi's January 6 committee. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell took a strong view, bluntly stating that's not the job of the RNC. McConnell has publicly drawn a line on January 6th, calling it a violent insurrection attempt and refusing to speak to now former President Trump. McConnell's wife, you'll recall, resigned from the cabinet as well shortly after the January 6 incident. House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy has a very different view as he hopes to become Speaker someday. He believes any dust-up regarding Trump will be short-lived, including a belief that Americans who don't live in the D.C. Beltway really don't care about anything related to January 6th. He's telling his members to focus on election issues and ignore questions about the internal RNC drama. So let's assume the GOP retakes both chambers. McConnell and McCarthy may have names that are close to one another in the alphabet, but they have very different views about the man who could well become the 2024 presidential nominee. How do they work together in that climate? Trump has been clear about his lack of confidence in McConnell, to say the very least. And early on last year, at the first sign of a rift between Trump and McCarthy, the California congressman hopped on a plane to meet with the former president in Florida to stop that story before it got too far along. Democrats ran for president and Congress in 2020 as the anti-Trump party. They may have won the election, but they have clearly suffered regarding governing. Before Republicans get too far ahead of their skis, they'd be well advised to figure out how to get along after the election, or else whatever victory they'll celebrate will be similarly short-lived. And that's the Iowa Politics Report for Thursday, February 10. On Twitter, Instagram, Getter, and Parler at Iowa Politics. I'm Jeff Stein on News Talk 1540 KXEL.